Hey guys, it's Shay. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys for coming back. Today I am going to be doing a 10-minute makeup look. So sometimes when I'm like out doing errands or just out like picking things up, and even sometimes at work, I have my makeup still done and people are just wondering like how long does it take you? What do you do in the morning? And it's just kind of like a fresh face, nothing too fancy, nothing too glam, because you guys know I can get blown out glam sometimes, but this is just a quick easy look. I'm actually going to set my timer on my phone today for you guys, so you know that it's only going to take 10 minutes. So we got the timer up there. My phone is so dirty, I apologize, but we're gonna go ahead and set that, and I'm gonna start on the face. Of course, you guys already know brows were done off camera just for time and technique. If I can insert a clip in the beginning of the video for you guys, I will. It took me 5 minutes to do brows. Half the time when I go out and do an everyday look, I usually just throw on some brow gel and keep it moving out the door anyway. But anywho, if you guys are interested in seeing this look, stay tuned. We're going to get right into it. Alright guys, so this is a perfect day because I do actually have somewhere to go. So putting 10 minutes on the clock and getting this makeup done is going to be really good. I'm going to go ahead and set my timer now. As you guys can see, we got 10 minutes or 9 and some change. So I already pre-primed my face off camera, and I also do primer water off camera. That's something you can kind of do when you're like when you hop out the shower and like you put your clothes on and I get ready to lotion. Usually what I'll do is I'll go in with my primer because you can kind of save time, and you're also going to let it settle so it can like fill in those pores and everything. Of course, you guys know I use my fave, my e.l.f. poreless putty primer. I'm in love with that stuff. I don't think I've touched my Tatcha primer, but I am going to try to start using it more just to kind of see if I see a difference or anything. So next what I'm going to do, this is different than my usual technique. I'm going to go in with foundation. Sometimes on a fresh day look I use my L'Oreal Full Wear foundation, but today I'm actually going to use Fenty. Fenty gives you kind of like a full coverage, medium coverage look, but if you're using it the way I use it, you still have like a nice beat face, but it's not too much for like, you know, every day out in the road. So I'm going to go ahead and give me a couple pumps. I do use the shade 420 if anybody's wondering, and it's a pretty decent match for me. I use the Fenty concealers, which I'm not going to use today, but I am going to do a video on how I use those because I've actually found something that kind of works for me, especially when I do my makeup for work. So I'll probably do a video on that really soon. You guys can see my hair is different. I got it clipped back. I do have crochet in. If you guys are interested, I can do a video on a review on this hair. I've had this hair before, but it's not really the same as when I had it before. Like, I feel like this time is a little bit more natural, poofy kind of looking. Last time I had a little bit of a water wave first before it necessarily got this way. But regardless, I still like it. It's a great way for me to get that curly look without me having to like finagle with my own hair. So if you guys are interested, I can do a video on that. So I'm just going all over with this Fenty. You guys are going to see I even go into my eyelids when it's a quick makeup look like this, because you guys will see later why. I do not prime the eyes. I just go ahead and go over my lid and kind of get everything intact. This foundation on camera looks a little light on me, but it's actually my perfect shade. Like, Fenty really matches well with my skin. I don't know why it looks like this on camera. Maybe my lighting's a little bit off, but it is the bomb diggity. I love Fenty. Alright guys, just blending out to make sure everything is still in. Today I think I'm going to go pick up the Fenty bronzers. So I did not want to bronze my face if I can help it, but I will show you guys what bronzer I would use if I were to bronze my face. So, oh my gosh, I'm trying to put my setting spray cap on my Fenty foundation. I don't know what's going on, y'all. I'm wasting time. Alright, next we're going to go ahead and go in with concealer. I am going to use my Infallible, I think, today. I was going to use the e.l.f. I've told you guys in my favorites video that's my new favorite, but I kind of want to try this out because it's been a while since I used it. So I'm going to go ahead with the L'Oreal. The Fenty concealers do work nice with the foundation, but they're just not my favorite, especially for coverage. I need coverage because I have dark circles, so I have to use this e.l.f. or Tarte Shape Tape are my top 3 for right now. We're gonna use a beauty blender. I got my Wet n Wild sponge. It is awesome. It does need to be cleaned. I'm probably gonna be vlogging today, so I will probably show you guys how I clean my makeup brushes. Nothing too fancy or special. I actually got a lot of tips from some of my favorite YouTubers, as well as my choice of soap is a little bit different though than most, because I need something that's going to, you know, be okay on my face. Like, I feel like some people use different things, but it's like, I don't know how they'll react my face. So I just use the gentlest thing I can find, and I'll definitely put that in my vlog so you guys can see. But I'm going to go ahead and blend this bad boy out. And I have that there. So usually you guys are like, you don't have anything on the eyes, Shay. What I usually do is I will take my Fenty. I'm going to show you guys. You guys are going to be, what the heck, Shay? I take my Fenty Duo Killawatt highlighter in the shade Ginger Binge and Mule. I use this for a lot when I'm doing a quick face. It will be my blush, it will be my highlighter, and it's also going to be kind of my crease in my eyes. So right now I'm just going to take a little bit of it and put it kind of like in the crease. I'm going to use first the kind of like, not the matte shade, but the less shimmer shade, and then I will go into like my tear duct with the more shiny shade or the mascara Mule. So I'm going to actually use the mirror on this just to make it a little bit easier. And this is kind of just a quick something. I'm not even going to put a whole lot, I'm not going to pack a whole lot on the lid. Half the time I do use a brown. This is like if I want a little extra, just something on the lid. See, that's the kind of pigmented I wanted. And that's why I'm using this brush. This is by Morphe. I think it's M431. And just get that like nice peachy shade. This is really nice too, especially since it's kind of like spring out today. So I just kind of get this over the lid. And then I'm going to use a blender brush and kind of blend it out too. Just so it's not looking too crazy. And like I said, it doesn't have to be super pigmented. It's just enough to say I have something on the eyelid that's not necessarily the color of my freaking, you know what I'm trying to say? My foundation. And most of the time, if you're like my skin tone or even darker, if you have a really nice chocolate brown, you can literally just sweep that over the lid and it'll look so good. And I know I'm kind of backwards doing this after concealer, but usually what I'll do is I'll do that, and then if there's anything that falls out, I'll just go back in with my sponge with a little bit of concealer that might be left on it. And then that's like a quick eye look for me. Alright, so I'm going to set my under eye very, very lightly. And when I do it very lightly, I don't even use a sponge. I kind of just use my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush. And I'm just going to take a tad bit of this banana powder that's by Wet n Wild. Make sure I tap off the excess to the max because I don't want a crazy highlight under my eye. And we're just going to set a little bit. Because Fenty is so like matte, usually what I would do is I would set my face with my setting powder and then go back and do like blush and bronzer and highlighter and all that. But you don't have to do that with Fenty because it's so matte. So I'm actually going to go ahead and first, I told you guys I wasn't going to bronze because I was going to try the Fenty bronzer today. But I think I'm going to put a little bit of bronzer on because I just need that warmth to come back to my face. I'm looking a little pale. So I'm actually going to use my Anastasia bronzer in Mahogany today. And this is a fave. And this is one of my favorite bronzer brushes. It's by Real Techniques. I think it's the 400 brush. So you're going to take a little bit, of course tap off the excess as usual, and just go in ever so lightly. And you guys see how it's making me like chocolate queen vibes? It's just a nice warmth to the skin. And it's just it's bringing me back a little bit, because I know sometimes when you do foundation, especially when it's up to your hairline, you can look a little washed out. Oh, I need to blend that a little bit more. This Mahogany is really pigmented, So just make sure. It will bring your color back, but you gotta make sure you blend it out, right? And the forehead is like literally what brings you back for real, sis. Like you just go around this and then I have 39 seconds left. It's not that bad, guys. I swear it's not that bad. Alright, so let's go ahead and add my little blush on top. So, where the heck did I put my Fenty? Oh. We're going to go ahead and add that ginger binge on the side. Just a tad bit, just enough to say you got a little something on the cheek. And I don't even add it like I usually do a brush. I just do it like a little tap, tap, tap on both sides. You already got a little shimmer there too. So when you go in for the highlights, I'm going to use my Milani highlighting brush. Ooh, there's the timer. Alright, we're finishing up. We're going to take a little smidge of that Moscow Mule and just ever so lightly, because this is an everyday makeup look, we don't want to go too crazy. Okay guys, so we have a nice even face, we're bronzed, we're highlighted, we're good. Alright guys, so we're gonna finish up. We've hit our 10-minute mark, but it's not too bad. All we have to do is add some powder and setting spray. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my MAC Studio Fix powder and NW45. You guys know this is holy grail for me. I try other powders and I don't think nothing comes close to this one. Very rare, and this always just brings your makeup together. I feel like a lot of people don't set with a regular like powder like this afterwards, but for me it just brings my look together. And it also if there's any discoloration in my makeup, it always kind of brings it back, so I love it. We're gonna go ahead and spray, and then the only thing I have left is the eyes. And eyes for me is really simple, because all I have to really do is do eyeliner and mascara, because I don't really do lashes when it's like an everyday look, unless I'm feeling like, you know, I gotta be cute or something. So I'm just taking my LA Girl gel liner, and we're going in that waterline just to make those eyes pop. I used to do my upper line. I don't really do that anymore. And sometimes I will do like a little small wing, but I don't really think I need that today. So I'm just going to go ahead and put on some mascara. I'm using my favorite Lash of the Day by Essence. This stuff is almost empty, guys. I love this mascara. I use high-end mascaras like Too Faced and things like that after this, and they don't compare. It's crazy. Like, do you guys see the length and volume of my lashes with this mascara? It's bomb. So after I usually do my eyes like this, I give my face a minute to set, and then I go in with I already use my Milani Make It Last spray, but I go in with something a little bit stronger, usually either my Morphe or my Urban Decay. Today I'm going to use the Morphe. So, but I let the eyes kind of sit, because sometimes when you use the setting spray after that, it gets too crazy. So in the meantime, while that's getting its life together, we're going to go ahead and do lips. I'm just taking my favorite combo recently, ColourPop Beeper and the Ultra Matte Lip and my Matte Chestnut Liner, and I'm going to throw some lips on. This works good if you make sure your lips are moistured first. I put on some Burt's Bees before we did this look, just so my lips wouldn't be too dry, because sometimes when they're too dry, it doesn't really apply good. And the oil from whatever you're putting on your lips doesn't really affect how this goes on, so that's good too. Alright guys, I'm going to go get myself together, and then we will come back and I will just kind of do a quick review. I'm not going to go through everything, but just to let you guys know how this look works for you throughout the day. Hey guys, I am back. So this is the finished look. I kind of pulled the little clips out my hair and got myself together, put on my shirt and everything for the day. So 10-minute look basically, or if you want to be technical, 12-minute. But half of the stuff I think I was just on the back burner because I was talking. But anywho, this is my finished look. I just love this look because everything looks put together, but it's so natural looking at the same time, if that makes sense. That's why I love using the Fenty foundation, because you can still look like, people are obviously going to know I have on makeup, but it was a really quick look and it's still kind of classic. It's not big glam, it's not, you know, I'm about to go out in Philly and do my thing kind of look, but it's just, you know, professional and laid back, and it's a chill day. So if you guys like what you see, please like and subscribe below. If you have any questions about the products that are used, feel free to comment. I'll try to include as much as I can in the description box below. Thank you guys again so much for watching my channel. I will see you guys in my next video.